We're live.
We're live. Live from New York. It's Saturday night.
We wish.
We really do wish.
PSA to everyone out there. Turns out when you run from all your thoughts and feelings for almost 2 months, eventually you hit a wall and your body crashes out and you can't do anything anymore. So,
Woo! We're so
woo.
happy.
Woo!
Party!
All of a sudden, you someone who stopped taking naps at like 6 months old, um, took a nap in the middle of the day when I am not sick. Like the only
You
time as an
deserved it.
adult I ever take naps is like if I'm sick, and I mean like really sick, like COVID sick. Like I don't take naps,
But you deserved it.
and I napped.
Your body gave out.
It really fucking gave out. My body gave
Well,
out.
you took a class this morning.
I took a class this morning. I also ended up walking, not intentionally. I played pickleball for like an hour, and then I went to dinner, and then I went home, and I went to the gym, and last night, and I was just gonna do like a half hour walk, and I ended up doing
Mm,
it like ended up walking 2.5 miles.
that's many.
Yeah, it was for an hour on a 10 incline.
Wow. Because that's the most incline.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. What's the most incline?
I don't know. I started at the 12 incline because of the whole 12 330 thing, where it was like it's this influencer girl came up with it, but it's actually quite an effective workout where you
Oh,
walk on the treadmill at a 12% incline at 3 speed for 30 minutes.
okay.
Um, but I fear I started that, but living at 8,600 feet, um, it's really hard.
Hmm.
It's really hard to do that when you live at such high elevation. So I knocked it down to like 10 incline at 2.5 speed. And I
It's
did it
like,
for,
yeah.
but and I did it for an hour.
It's like Easy Mac, but make it working out
Yeah,
in the
I'm just
simplest.
like, yeah, exactly. And it's like, it's definitely, I could feel my legs burning. I could feel it working, everything like that. But I also know that like my life consisted of not enough exercise for the past bunch of years. So I'm like really
Mm,
trying um, to try and not overdo it. But then I
of
overdid it
course.
I did it for an hour, and then I took an hour long bar class this morning where I was like 2 minutes in and I was already dripping sweat. So
Oh my
the
God.
room's really hot though too, but I'm not a sweaty
Like
person.
like hot bar, like hot yoga, but it's
It
hot
is,
bar.
yeah, it's kind of like hot bar, and it's mainly just because the room itself is a little on the warmer side naturally. They didn't have the fans on, and the room was packed full of people. It
How
was,
many? That's so crazy.
oh yeah, this bar class I have to show up um like 10-15 minutes before it starts to get my spot, because
Oh my
otherwise like if
God.
you show up too close to time you're not getting a spot.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I did a bar class once.
Did
Yeah,
you
I
like
did.
it?
It was a lot of holding the bar and like stretching and like feeling like I wasn't stretching enough because I'm not a flexible person.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what was were you are you all like up against the wall or are there like
So that's like the bar that like when I did bar in New York City,
mhm,
um yes, that's how it was. Like you had the
okay.
bar there and everything. This is not the same. They don't have bars in this gym space. This is at like my gym.
So then how do you do bars if there's no
Well,
bar?
it is you're relevaing and plieing and all that without anything to hold on to.
Oh my God.
Honey, it's all the core.
Oh, that's terrible.
You're zipping up the core. You're zipping up those thighs. You're
That's Cats
clenching
the
those glutes.
musical.
Yeah. So it's like a lot of, it's just like
Oh my
you
God.
have your mat and you're on your mat, and then like we always have additional stuff. So like today the additional props that we used were a chair, sliders, and weights. We always have
Oh,
weights.
so forgive me, it wasn't Cats the musical, it was Chicago the musical. Like pop, six, squish. Don't they always have chairs?
Oh. Yeah, I guess they do. I don't
Cell
know.
Block Tango. Anyone who's been in Chicago, you can
He had it
answer.
coming.
He had it coming.
Yeah.
He had it coming. That's so crazy. That
I
sounds like my
know.
nightmare.
And
Um,
but can I tell you,
please.
always right next to me is everyone who goes to this class kind of has their spots, so they
As they
come and get their
should.
normal spot. And I get my normal spot now that I come like multiple. I've come regularly.
You're a regular.
I'm a regular. Um,
Barista knows your name.
there is a girl who's next to me. Sometimes her friend is there with her, sometimes she's not, but she is always there. She
Okay.
kind of gives me like vibe. She reminds me of my sister. So my sister's 11 years older than me. For those who don't know, most people wouldn't know that. She's 11 years older than me. So my sister was in high school in the late 90s.
Oh my
And
God.
so I just have this very like very vivid memory of my sister like in the 90s with her tan skin, and my sister's tall, my sister's like 6 foot, like her tan skin and like her like toe rings and like her painted toenails and her like just
God, don't you love
very
the 90s?
just 90s core. And like this woman who is like tall and like super like just like has such a great body and is like tan and has like a toe ring and like and it's in cute workout stuff and like looks so young. And I think she just had kids young, but she like literally was talking to her friend today about like talking about texting her daughter to make sure her daughter was awake. And I'm like, this girl, and I mean, if I didn't know this woman had kids, I'd be like, I would think that she was only a few years older than me. And she still maybe. I mean, everyone's on a
Potentially, who
different
knows?
journey.
Everyone's on a
But
different journey.
yeah, but she gives major 90s cool girl vibes
Ooh.
in a way that like I'm like so intrigued by her and I want to be her, but she's like 5 inches taller than me and just has a completely different body than I do. But
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
I just think she's like, I'm like, wow, what a vibe. She just like reminds me of my sister, and I just idolized my sister so much when
Yes.
I was little and she was that age. So,
Mhm.
you know, my sister was in high school and I was
As you
like
do.
in like early elementary school. So,
Yeah.
I just am like, I'm always like, wow, she's killing it. And she's like
Oh my
not,
God.
and you know, she exercises a lot.
Mm.
I was there red faced, dripping with sweat, looking a wreck. And she was just like calm, cool, collected. And I was like, man, I'll get there one day. I'll get
Oh my
there one
God.
day.
The 90s are coming. You will get there one day.
Yeah. But I was just like, it's a weird, it's like a wild phenomenon I haven't even told anyone about because, like, why talk about it except
Yeah,
for on a
why?
podcast?
But if she listens, if you listen, mysterious bar lady, you know where to find us.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you know
think
where to find Lauren and Bar
Right.
Fest.
But like literally she looks so great, and like in theory she could probably be in her early 40s, but like she
Wow.
really clocks like early, late 30s to me. But and
That's
have
why-
just had kids young.
That's why you should be active.
Yeah.
Because then
Right.
your body stays like that.
Yeah. And I've never been really active in my whole life except for
Or-
my job. So,
Musical theater dance performer.
yes, but we're changing
Not doing
that.
Cats the musical.
Not doing Cats the musical. I literally said something when I was at pickleball yesterday about going to bar class, and there's this guy I play pickleball with who's like definitely older, like in his 40s or something, and he was like, so like what is that? And I explained it, and he was like, oh, so like do you have experience with like ballet? And I was like, yeah, I do theater, like. And he's like, yeah, I know that. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, you can't
That's like basic.
I was like, you can't do musical theater and not know ballet, I fear. He was like, oh, like there's just, I forget that like real people don't know these things.
What it's like to be in the arts.
Yeah, I was like, you know, I have a degree in musical theater, and like 1/3 of my degree courses was dance classes. So
Yeah.
like I was taking ballet for years, and I just took ballet before I went to college. And he was like, oh, I had no idea. And I was like,
He was like, everything is beautiful at the ballet.
Correct. Yeah.
Name that musical.
Chorus line, happy
Oh,
50th.
thank God. Thank God.
That's
Happy
like the
50th
most,
chorus line.
it's the most like iconic song from the whole.
That's my favorite. I fear that Sheila is my favorite. Well, that's
Oh,
Kelly Bishop.
yeah, it's Kelly Bishop, of course.
So how could it not be?
How could it not be? She's an icon. She's a legend.
Literally an icon.
She's
That
my
moment,
everything.
that moment where Zach is like, stop performing. You're doing too much. And she literally starts monologuing like this. I was born in the da 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 da. Okay, sorry.
It's just like, it's perfect. It's like so.
It's chorus line core.
Yeah, well, and it's so Kelly Bishop core too. But I
It's
mean,
so
obviously, it's
core.
Kelly Bishop core because they based all their characters on them,
And that was Kelly Bishop, who's from Colorado Springs. Like,
yes,
Sheila.
she is. She's from Colorado
Springs, Colorado.
Woo!
But she always says Colorado.
Yeah, everyone in Colorado says Colorado. If you're
Oh
from,
my God.
if you're from Colorado, that's how they tell if it's a transplant or not.
Oh my God.
If you are from Colorado, you say Colorado.
Have you started calling it Colorado just to no?
I've maybe said it like twice. It feels weird on my tongue. But here's the weird thing. You call Colorado, Colorado, but you say Colorado Springs.
That's so crazy.
So the natives say, I'm from Colorado Springs, but they'll also say, I'm from Colorado.
Okay. So Colorado is a Spanish word. And the internet tells me that the Spanish adjective Colorado means colored red or ruddy. Because it is a Spanish word, one would think it would be pronounced Colorado. That's also how I feel about the state of Nevada. Nevada is a Spanish word. So one would think it should be pronounced Nevada, but they call it Nevada. And I don't get it.
Well, and I'm wondering if it's like an East Coast thing for us too, because like I've always called it Nevada, and I've always called it Colorado. Like everyone who's always, I feel like everyone who lives outside of those states call it Colorado, Nevada. But I will say sometimes I'll say Nevada. No, that sounds terrible. No, it's Nevada.
I've started saying Nevada because I feel like the people who live there should have the authority. It's like turkey, eh? Like,
right.
You should have the authority over what it's called.
Sure.
So I don't know. Like I always used to say Oregon, but now I say Oregon, and Oregon sounds weird to my head now.
You said Oregon?
I said Oregon.
Mikey. That's bonkers. I've always called it Oregon. That's wild.
Whoever taught me the states, is that an acceptable pronunciation?
I don't think so, but maybe.
Does the dictionary say? The dictionary says you can pronounce it Oregon.
That's criminal.
Yeah, the whatever dictionary is loaded onto my MacBook Pro, the first pronunciation is Oregon. It says Ora, and then it has the gon, and the A has the little umlauts on it. Oregon is actually the second pronunciation.
That's wild. Do you think this is in the Sesame Street dictionary?
Oh my God, not the Sesame Street dictionary. I don't know where the Sesame Street dictionary is. When I was at dinner with my brother Spencer on Friday, we saw Stranger Things, The First Shadow, and we went to dinner first. He was telling me about how he recently saw the neighbor lady who was a substitute teacher in my school district who gave me the Sesame Street dictionary.
She's still alive and well.
She's alive. I don't know if she's well.
Oh, yeah. But she's alive. She's alive. She is so alive.
She's alive. She's next normal. She is so alive. Da, 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 da,
is this are we just gonna be dropping things and then the other person has to like name the musical as fast as possible?
We
like,
should do that.
Lines?
That's like my life.
I know.
That's my life. People have started being like, it's usually Into the Woods. And I'm like, no, I guess you're just around when I put Into the Woods. Should we get into it?
Yeah, welcome to the podcast, everyone.
Welcome to our show.
Yeah, welcome to Get Friends Who Can Do Both.
Get Friends Who Can Do Both.
We're here. We're doing it.
Should we introduce ourselves again? It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, we took a week off. Don't hate us.
Don't hate us.
We're busy. We're busy people. And
we have lives.
We have a lot of things to do, and we love doing this podcast, but currently it does not make us money, so it cannot be the priority sometimes.
Unless you would like to Venmo us.
Please.
Then it will be more of a priority because you will be sending us money.
You can Venmo us, or like, Zelle, or I'd even be willing to put in a little extra work if there's for Patreon.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh, Patreon is a very popular medium, basically a subscription
Ooh.
site used by podcasters where you can basically subscribe to get additional
Oh my
benefits and it
God. That
helps
means,
support the podcast.
oh my gosh, that means we'd have to make we'll make additional things.
Yeah, but like some of times it's like as for some of the other it's like one of the podcasts I listen to, it's like $5 level or above, you get your name read on the podcast as a thank you, and then like
Oh my God, I'll do that.
at like 10 or above you get ad-free episodes. It's like things like you don't and
Cool.
they also will like make there's a certain level where you get bonus content every month that are like shorter podcasts that are just kind of yapping and not about the topic.
Oh
So
my
like
God.
but that's just like one of the podcasts. There's full podcasts that are only behind the paywall. They're only on Patreon.
Wow. We are not that famous yet,
No, we're not.
but we will be soon.
I have to blow my nose. I don't know what's going on.
Go blow your nose. Do you want me to edit that out?
Nah, that's fine.
Okay.
We can keep the nose in.
That one's fun. We edited out some stuff earlier. Oh my gosh, are you like hawking up a loogie?
I've been having some wild sinus things happen, so
Oh no.
okay, I'm gonna have to edit this out.
All right. Edit out the
My body has learned how to like I fear my body has learned how to, when something is dripping down the back of my nose, to automatically
Oh no.
bring it front instead of me swallowing it, which is good to some extent, but now I'm like my father.
Oh no.
It's like now, especially when I brush my teeth, it happens, and I'm like, and that's like my dad. It's so, I'm like,
A teeth brushing hockaloogie, man.
yeah, I'm like, I am, the older I get, the more like my parents I am, and it's horrifying.
Isn't that that's our fate? That's everyone's fate, right?
It's literally everyone's fate.
Sorry.
And you really think you're not like your parents. And
No, you are.
Joke's on you, you are.
You are.
You
Yeah.
came from them, so
Literally, they put their bodies in Congress for you to exist.
yeah.
That was a crazy way of saying
That was a crazy way of saying that. Oh boy.
Sometimes I use like in Slack for my job today, I use the phrase in Congress to mean like together. And then I thought better of it and I restructured or I rephrased.
Mhm.
But it's okay. Welcome again.
Yeah.
Welcome again.
Welcome, guys. We're here.
We're here. We're gonna talk about a very serious topic today. Very, very serious. And it came to me in a dream. It didn't come to me in a dream. I was telling Lauren about my day like 5 days ago or something that happened in my day. And I was like, wow, we should talk about it on the podcast. So we are. So backstory. I wear retainers because I had braces for 2.5 years and I don't want to have braces again. And so I have worn them every day for the last 15 years of my life. Too bad. That's my fate. And I got sick and tired of cleaning them because it's so annoying to clean them. So the internet, I guess I was talking about it, and the internet gave me targeted ads, obviously, for these little retainer cleaners. And they use like UV or Sonic or something or other, something like that. And I don't know, I'm not a scientist and I'm definitely not a tooth person. And I have teeth, but I'm not a tooth person. And
I have teeth, but I'm not a tooth person. I have
Name-
teeth, but I not a tooth person.
my shiny teeth that sparkle. Da, 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 da. Name that.
Don't know.
It was from the Fairly Odd Parents, Chip Skylark, my shiny
slay.
teeth. Don't tell me you don't know that and you're not a fan of musical theater. Fairly Odd
Okay,
Parents.
well, I just want to say that I took a line from The Killers and I turned it into a song, but you didn't clock that. So.
Oh, I didn't cock it. Okay.
Mhm.
10 points from Gryffindor, from Hufflepuff. I'm a Hufflepuff.
As am I, obviously.
So, long story short, I had this beautiful, marvelous Sonic UV retainer cleaner. And then I started feeling like it wasn't working anymore. And my bottom retainer especially was building up plaques still. And when I would plug in the cleaner, it would not work. It literally wouldn't turn on. So that was a good sign to me that it was dead and gone. it lasted 2.5 years, and I got it and it was like $100. So honestly, it was like a good investment. But then I was like, I thought about going on the website and getting another one, but I was like, what does Amazon have? And so I found an
Mm.
Amazon brand one for like $40. It works better. But it was, and I usually don't get same day delivery. I usually get like next day delivery or 2 day delivery, even though I live like literally closer to Midtown Manhattan than most people I know who actually live in Manhattan. And
True.
it was same day. I ordered it maybe like 9 in the morning, and it was here that night. And I was like, we have to talk about Amazon.
Yeah.
That was the
And
story.
yes, that basically we had Mikey was like, we have to talk about Amazon and this, the 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 insanity that Amazon has created in our society of
Mm-hmm.
basically us needing immediate gratification for everything
Mm-hmm.
while also feeling the consumeristic hellscape of this post-capitalistic society. And
Crazy.
crazy. And it's like really, like, I think people forget that Amazon started as an online bookstore.
Yeah.
And now we're here. How do
In
we
the
get here?
90s, I've
Yeah.
read a lot of articles actually about how we did get here.
Uh, I want to hear it. Let's hear it.
Yeah, we did get here. Oh my God, I didn't have those links up. There was one that was literally just like, this is the history of Amazon. So, for those of you who don't know, on July 5th, 1994, this is from the Michigan Journal of Economics. Thank you, University of Michigan. On July 5th, 1994, that's my half birth. That was my negative 1 1/2 birthday.
I can't.
Amazon was officially founded under the name Cadabra, as in abracadabra, by a young Princeton graduate, Jeff Bezos, now the richest man in the world who had this crazy wedding, within a garage space in his rental home in Bellevue, Washington. However, after just a few months, Bezos switched the name to Amazon Inc. because of Cadabra's unappealing similarity to the word cadaver.
No.
Roughly a year later, the Amazon website was officially published as an online bookseller, delivering to all 50 states and 45 countries from that same garage space. Da 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 da, whatever. And then in 1998, it extended beyond books. And then in 2005, they introduced Amazon Prime. For $79 a year, you could get unlimited 2 day delivery.
Which in like 2005 is wild.
That's bonkers.
That's a lot of money for in 2005, first off.
My computer in 2005 still had like a big back.
Yeah, exactly. So like
Yeah.
think of $79 a year in 2005 is an investment.
Mhm.
But also 2 day shipping. No one had offered that up to
No.
that point. That is like that was a bonkers concept. It's still
Like,
kind of a bonkers concept. We've just gotten used to it.
it's still kind of, well, it's almost like not about, well, I have complicated feelings about this because I think
Mhm.
it is a bonkers concept, but at the same time, I think what I am grappling with is like yesterday. So I ran out of like I get like the big jugs of hand soap to refill, because why would I be throwing out hand soap things every time?
Exactly.
And you know what I'm talking, for those of you, if you ever see this video, it has like, I'm moving my hand up and down. Dispenser.
He's pumping.
I'm pumping. Dispenser. So, but not pumping in the way that we're going to talk about a little later in the episode when we get to our shower thing.
Bye.
Okay, bye. But so what is very difficult for me is that I live right across the street from a Whole Foods, which actually is connected to Amazon. I live right across the street from a Dwayne Reed. But for some reason, I would so much rather log onto my little computer, order my hand soap, if it means I don't have to walk across the street to the goddamn Dwayne Reed to get a soap refill jug thing.
Yeah, that's because we have been conditioned. And I think it got worse once with the pandemic when we couldn't leave.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, like everyone just likes to do their little convenient shit from sitting on their asses on their computers, and it's to them it's like almost, I feel like our brains have been wired to almost go towards that immediate gratification thing, even though, and it's like
not
I think
comparatively.
it's not comparatively, but I think it's a dopamine hit to be
Oh,
ordering
like
online.
be like, now it's done.
Yeah, and I'm like, ooh, like let me go shopping and do this and that and do like it's all at my fingertips, blah 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 blah. But
Yeah.
especially when you live in a place like you do, where everything is like you live in a city where
Yeah.
everything is at your fingertips. Just like truly, you get it faster if you just go and take the 10 minutes to walk across the street, buy the thing, and walk back.
No, literally. And the environmental impact too. I know it's a bad thing that I'm doing, so don't hate me, people. I'm sure some of you do it too. I'm sure most of you do it too. But and I was listening to this very, very interesting podcast that talked a lot about the environmental, um, talked a lot about the environmental impacts of this
Yep.
stuff as well. And it
Mm-hmm.
was also like, well, if you do live in a place like I do, I mean, I guess in order to go get this jug of soap, I guess that's my example. Actually, the package did arrive, and I got an email about an hour and a half before we started recording that I have to go pick up the package. But the I guess here are the environmental impacts of if I were to go and walk to Walgreens across the street. So obviously no environmental impact of me getting ready, whatever, fine. The I would put in my headphones and listen to my audiobook during that. So, okay, that's an environmental impact technically because I'm using up that power that I took to charge the phone. Whatever. I'd have to go down the elevator. That is the environmental impact. Whatever, da 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 da, fine. I walk to the no environmental impact because the traffic lights are going to keep going. This is so crazy. This is not something I thought I was going to be talking about.
No, I
The
love
traffic
this.
lights would keep going. So that doesn't matter. I'm not contributing, whatever, fine there. I would walk into the store. My Dwayne Reed, it is not, you have to open it yourself. So whatever, no environmental impacts. I would go, I would get the soap refill, I would walk up, and then all the electronic cashier swiping, whatever, that would be the environmental impact of that. And then whatever. So I would walk back, no environmental impact. I would have to come back. I would press the button, come back up the elevator. And that would be my environmental impact doing that, all that electricity that was used. Of course, it gets delivered. So all the impact of the computers, all the impact of the delivery truck coming. However, there are some nuances there because I do live in an apartment building that has hundreds of apartments. So whether or not I ordered that soap refill,
Mm-hmm.
Amazon is still coming to my apartment building that day. I didn't like I didn't add a trip to that.
Sure.
The so it's like very interesting because what they said too on this podcast, which I don't remember the name of the podcast, but it was very, very interesting. They were also like, well, let's say you Amazon like a book, for example,
Mm-hmm.
and you live 30 minutes, you live in a really, really rural area, and you live 30 minutes from the nearest bookstore. Well, actually, you going on Amazon is going to be better for the environment than driving 30 minutes to that bookstore for that one book or two and coming back
Right.
because they can add you to the delivery route. So, I mean, there's a lot of, and ultimately, maybe it's impacts. I mean, I'm not a scientist. I am not. I mean, I'm an environmentalist in the way that I care for the environment, but I don't know things about the environment
Right.
or our emissions or our impacts or anything like that. And I'm trying to, of course, lessen my carbon footprint. Who isn't? If you're not, you suck. But the I recycle, that makes me sound terrible. I'm like, I recycle. But I would rather walk places than drive places, whatever. I promise you, I'm trying to lessen my carbon impact, my carbon footprint. But in the end, did me just having them put with all of the nuances there, with them putting my soap refill on that truck that was already coming here, was that actually like maybe it neutralizes because I feel like where the effects of this are greatest are probably in suburban areas where you
Right.
do have to be the only sort of like you are a separate house in the root. So maybe I'm like a nuance that I shouldn't be talking
Right.
about. But there's
But
my monologue.
no, but I think it's a very interesting thing to dissect and to try and compare because like in theory you wouldn't you would think that walking across the street would be better in a lot of ways, but yeah, I didn't even think about the concept of like if you're already in a very highly populated city and you live in a building with hundreds of apartments in it, chances are on any given day you're not the only person who had ordered from Amazon getting something delivered because that's how ubiquitous Amazon has become in our culture.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of a go-to. But I just Amazon it's still hard for me from the environmental sector, not from like us ordering and that environmental impact, but like you also have to think about them as a corporation. And like what impacts are they creating on the environment? What impacts are they making at a corporate level with all of their distribution centers and all of their like all around the world? Because ultimately, I mean, you said something about like lowering your carbon footprint. Yes, we should all be caring about the environment, but ultimately we all know that
It's not
it is the
us.
corporations
It's them.
that are making us feel like it is our responsibility to save the earth when they're the ones who ruined it, and actually they make the most impact on
That's
why
so
things
true.
are shitty.
Fuck you,
So
Industrial Revolution.
yes, literally. So just wanted to make a little point on that, but I do think like
Hey, you're so right.
I do think it's really wild how Amazon has truly run away with the idea of truly the instant gratification, and that you can get same day delivery in a major metropolitan area.
Yeah.
Um, Especially when you could, in theory, maybe get that same item that's as quick or quicker, but it's you're paying for that convenience.
Yeah.
You know? And I mean, let's be real. Sometimes we all have situations where we need to. Like, I know I mentioned to you previously that when I still lived in New York City, I was like leaving for a theater contract the next day, and I was like packing up my room and doing all this stuff, and I had so much to do in one day because I also had like three jobs that I had to like temporarily quit, and I worked my last 2 weeks, and I basically had one day to get my life together, and I needed something for this trip, and I did not have the time to go. And I lived uptown Manhattan, and the closest place I could get it was like Chelsea, and I was
That's
like,
fine.
I don't have time to go down to Chelsea to get this item at like Bed
2
Bath and
hours
Beyond
round
or
trip.
whatever. Yeah, exactly. So, but I was like, I can get it delivered to my apartment on Amazon. And this was in like 2016. This was like early days.
That was pre.
Yeah, it was not one day delivery. I don't even think it was called one day delivery. It was like a very new service at that time in New York City, I think only. And it
Wow.
was like you had to go into a different area on the Amazon page or the Amazon app, and it was like I don't know if they called it same day delivery, but it was literally like,
Same concept.
yeah, it was the same concept where you could find, you had to, they had a specific like section you would go to where you could search to be like, I need this, and see if they offered that thing in as something that could be delivered in a couple of hours. And it was like a couple hours, and I'm like, okay, well now I don't have to navigate the subway
Yeah.
and go up and back.
2
And
hours out of your day.
Yeah, I'm like, I can stay here and continue packing, continue cleaning, continue doing all the stuff I need to do. If I need to run an errand up in the Heights, then I can do that. And then,
In
like,
the
well,
Heights.
start my day. I don't think I need to say the name of that show since you just sang
We just
it,
sang
but-
it. No, but I got you. Sorry.
Yeah, so, and like in situations like that, I'm like, you know what? I will bite, I will do it. But I generally, as a person, especially at this point in my life, I'm like trying to use Amazon as little as possible. I do, because I just personally on a on a personal level, I don't believe in how they treat their workers. I do not believe
Fair.
where they put their money. I do not. It is a corporation at this point that I do not like to support.
Fair. And why does Jeff Bezos need more money? He's the richest person on the planet.
He literally doesn't need any more money.
He could probably cure cancer and solve world hunger 4 times over.
I want to give a shout out to his ex-wife who took him for billions when they got divorced, and she has
What a girl.
vowed to donate all of it to charity, and she has already donated so much money to charity.
Oh my
And
God.
And
You
she
know what,
donates to charities that, like, Jeff Bezos, it's like the opposite of what he would be.
Is that what the Maya Rudolph Loot, the TV show, is based on?
Oh, I don't know.
You have no idea.
I've never heard of that show.
It's about a billionaire who divorced her husband, who is like this tech mogul, Adam Scott, and he's like a grade A asshole. And she creates this, and she's like shows up. She has this not corporation, this foundation that she has no idea what this foundation is, but she has it. And because obviously, why would she know? And not obviously, why would she know? But why would she know? And then she gets knee deep in this foundation, and she makes this vow for her own image that she's going to give away all of her money.
Interesting. I mean, it could be based off of that. I mean, I think his ex-wife is just a good person who did not support what he was doing and knows that she does not need billions of dollars in this lifetime or the next. And so
also so scary looking.
What, him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
a little thumb.
He's a penis head.
He is a penis head.
Yeah.
And he went to space for no reason.
Well,
didn't he?
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, the most recent space quest was
Katy Perry.
Well, yeah, and Lauren Sanchez, his new wife, was on that quest. They all put their full beats on to go to space for 12 minutes. Like,
the most transformative
experiences
of their lives.
Go fucking touch grass, please. Like,
go solve world hunger.
Whereas Mackenzie Scott, who is Jeff Bezos' ex, since 2019 has donated over $19 billion to more than 2,450 nonprofits, focusing on areas such as economic mobility, racial equity, public health, and climate change.
You're an icon.
She's an icon. We love her.
So good.
We love her. In 2024 alone, she contributed $2 billion.
We love you. Mackenzie Scott, you said her name is?
Yes, we love
Mackenzie
her.
Scott. We stand Mackenzie Scott on this podcast.
Yeah, we stand her.
This is the Mackenzie Scott cast.
Yes, exactly. We're changing the name.
We're not changing the name.
No, but it's this article says that her wealth was derived from her early involvement with Amazon and her substantial shareholding. So she had her own bits and bobs already in there. As part of the divorce settlement with Bezos, she received 25% of their shared Amazon stock. Equivalent of a 4% stake in the company, valued at approximately $35.6 billion at the time.
Oh my God, 4% for 35 billion. We need to constantly remind ourselves that even one after when you have 1 billion, you've already reached 999,000 millions.
Yeah,
who needs that?
No one needs that. It's like have you ever seen those like comparisons where people be like, if you made X amount of money and you saved every bit of it, it would take you X amount of years to become a millionaire, but it would take you like hundreds of years at that same salary to become a billionaire. And it says they also do that comparison with spending it too.
Yeah,
it's like you can't no one needs to be a billionaire.
What are you gonna do with it? What costs billions?
Literally, what costs billions?
I guess needs like architectural projects, but like,
yeah, no one needs that much money. You know who actually doesn't? You know how that? No one person needs that much money. I should clarify. Yeah.
Lots of millions of people.
Lots of millions of people need that money because of the absolutely bonkers wealth gap in this country.
Is it, like 7 people in the world having like 25% of the world's wealth or something? I made that number up. I totally made that up.
It's something like that though.
It's something like that. It's
crazy. A very small amount of people holding a large amount of the wealth. I'm like, we're heading to oligarchy here. I'm like, I can't.
No, an oligarchy is not like Olive Garden. So
no, simply not.
When you're here, you're family. Although being from New Jersey, even though I'm Jewish, I can't really support Olive Garden.
Well, yeah, I get it.
It's like fake Italian food. Sorry, Olive Garden.
It really is, though. But yeah, really, I would say, a country with many oligarchs would be Russia, and I would say that when you're here, your family is the anti slogan for Russia.
Would definitely be the anti-slogan for Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah, if any country. That and North Korea.
Correct.
Yeah. But we digress.
Anyway, it's just really, it's fascinating
Yeah.
how the, how Amazon has evolved over the years. And it was really, I mean, it was a really life changing thing to have for a
Yeah.
while. And also, as someone who has lived in rural America, I have had to lean on it at times when I did not want to.
Yeah.
Um,
Where
but
else are you gonna go?
literally, especially like there was a period of time when I was out of college at a very 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 rural theater where I did not have a car, and it would be an over an hour's drive to get to anywhere where I could get things I needed. So I fear Amazon was on the
You
list.
got to do what you got to do.
Right, but now I know I have the privilege. I'm at the point in my life where and it is at this point, Amazon is so ingrained in our society that sometimes it is the only option people have, just like Walmart, where
Yeah.
it's like, you might not be behind how these corporations operate or what they support and how they use their money and how they treat their employees. However, there are so many people in this country who are so socioeconomically depressed or
Mm-hmm.
live in areas that are food deserts or like whatever, that they do not have any other
No other
option
option.
than to go to Amazon and to go to Walmart. And a lot of people are currently boycotting these larger corporations. um, I am generally trying to do that, but I know that boycotting these like ever present huge corporations in America is a privilege. It's a
That's true.
privilege to be able to do that. Not everyone is able to do that. And it is, and I am able to do it because I am a single woman. I live alone. I do not have children.
Mm-hmm.
I
You have
do not have
access to stores.
I have access to stores. I live in an area where I have other places as options. I have other options when I'm buying my food, buying my wares, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, and listen, by no means, I do not come from money. But I did not, no means did I grow up super poor. Um, but I do not have access to my parents' money as an adult. That is just not, I'm not, my family was not ever that comfortable. But um I worked my butt off to try and get ahead any chance I could, and it's very hard to do
Yeah.
in this
This day
world.
and age.
Yes, especially in theater, and it
Send us
took,
money on Venmo.
send us money in Venmo. It took me leaving New York City to be able to get ahead,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. Because I,
New York City is so depressive.
yeah, and if you're trying to be an artist, like, good fucking luck. It's not like the 70s in New York anymore, you know?
No, you can't just like walk into a Broadway theater and be like, I'm going to audition, and then you're
Yeah, and you
famous.
can't, like, just live in the West Village with your friends and it's like live in a little crappy apartment and pay basically nothing. Like,
No,
it's not that anymore. So,
no. I mean, those memoirs where they were like, I went to a dance class and someone took me out of the dance class. I was like, what's that like?
what's that like?
Um,
Yeah.
no, but sincerely, he, it's, oh, gosh. Even if you walk, I mean, it's one of my favorite Instagram accounts in the entirety of Instagram. I don't know where else it would be. Overheard New York. And
Mm-hmm.
like once in a while they'll have the memes where it's like, oh, just left my apartment, gotta be prepared to spend $100. Like that's so true.
So true. So true.
Like I literally, like I don't know what to, any like dinner I go to, any, I just paid for tickets to go. I mean, we all know how crazy prices are getting for anything, but like a friend of mine and I are going to see Freakier Friday on Thursday
Mm-hmm.
because obviously, and I spent $45 on these tickets.
Right.
Like
Insane.
I just want to see Jamie Lee Curtis from the Activia ads. Like,
Activia.
Deirdre Deirdre. Oh my god, I didn't tell you, in Ginger Twinsies they do a Jamie Lee Curtis gag. Did I tell you
Amazing.
that?
No.
Because of, sorry, anyone who wants to see Ginger Twinsies, spoiler alert. Um, because I guess the Lindsay Lohan, they like, so they did a Jamie. Mitch Wood played Jamie Lee Curtis.
Thank God.
I probably shouldn't be telling the world this.
I mean,
Sorry.
what? Whatever. You said spoiler alert.
I did after I started
It's
spoiling
fine.
it.
It's fine. It's
Don't
fine.
cancel me for that.
I think everyone will live. I think
I think
most
they'll live.
people listening will not be able to see Ginger Twinsies before it closes.
You're so right.
So,
You're so
including
right.
including myself, as
I
much as I
know.
would love to see it, but I
Maybe it'll
missed.
extend. Who knows?
Maybe
Well, we're already
probably.
seeing Ragtime and Spelling Bee.
I know.
Maybe O'Mary again.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
I know. I was looking at the list of. I was looking at the when I was at Stranger Things, the first shadow with my brother. He was like, "How many of these have you seen?" And I was like, in the playbill, so they have the back and they have all the ads. And I was like, literally all but like 3.
Yeah,
So I don't know what else. Okay.
I love it.
Yeah. But never mind that. Where were we going with this? Oh,
I mean, ultimately, I just think that obviously there is so much to unpack.
there's a lot to unpack with Amazon.
And with Amazon, we could simply never get into all of it in one pod.
We could break it up. We could do it in another week too. We could
Yeah.
next week do part 2 and talk about the psychology of it.
Yeah, because I just, we've already yapped about this for a while, but I think it is really important that we discuss how Amazon has influenced our greater need as a society and as humans, along with, smartphones, social media, all those things, to have like this kind of brain rot mentality of like having no patience and having no ability to focus and having no ability to not get distracted and like all there's so much there, and I firmly believe that Amazon is one of the
Totally
very
contributing to it.
moving parts to how our society has gotten to where we are today.
Absolutely. Should we why don't we do that one next week?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, yay. Guys, you just witnessed that was a creative meeting.
Yeah, welcome to our creative meetings that we just have on air because we're busy.
I'm busy and I'm not going to edit that part out.
No, of course not. Then
No.
they can get excited about next week.
You can get excited. Do. Should we move on?
Yeah, time to sha la la la
La, 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 la. Oh, we didn't
lo.
do serious.
I know.
Whatever.
That's okay.
We could do the sad serious because it's over.
Oh, yeah.
After Warner dumps her for real and she realizes it's over.
And my future's all planned. I got some dreams to make true. I thought that you'd understand. It's time to get serious. Time to get serious. Do 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 do. Check, please. Someone cast me as Warner. Thank you so much.
Someone cast you as Elle Woods.
It won't happen. No one's gonna cast me as Elle Woods. I fear.
You never know.
I'm just like, I would love to play Elle Woods for the character of it all. Because I think she's I think she's a great character. I think she's a great
character.
She has great lines. I think the acting meat of it would be a lot of fun. I know that I'm probably not vocally what people are looking for.
For it.
I like had a brief moment where I almost submitted for a production of Legally Blonde that I knew I couldn't do.
Always.
And
plot.
Yeah, I kind of almost did it anyway for other reasons. But we can talk off mic about that one.
Oh, I know what you're getting at.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
We're fine.
We're good. We're here.
We're good. We're on the same page.
I almost did it just because of that. But I was like, who do I submit for? And I was texting my friend and I was like, who would I submit for? And she was like, Brooke. And I was like, I never would think of myself as a Brooke.
That probably is the right track. I'm
like, I can't jump rope and sing like that at once.
You can do bar class. You went to Cats the Musical today. Right?
Not Cats the Musical. No, I mean, I guess I probably could do it. I just felt like energy-wise, I've always been more of a Vivian.
That's fair.
I'm not very tall, though.
No, I've also seen short Vivians. I've also seen Brooke Wyndham's who have literally stood there whipping around the jump rope as everyone else jump ropes
Period.
because I survived. I lived through the Legally Blonde deluge of 2012
Oh my gosh.
when everybody in the
Was
world
doing
did
it.
Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
I think I saw
Well,
5 Legally Blondes that year.
I guess I believe it because she's really got like whipped into shape, and like if you, after she's been
Do you want an
dancing.
easy miracle? No, literally.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
want
a
to lose a
lot.
pound or two? There are some of those songs in the musical theater where it's like whipped into shape.
Right.
Um,
I just
I can't think of any others off the top of my head.
finish your thought.
That was my whole thought because I
Oh,
couldn't think of
okay.
any. Where
Amazing.
it's like how do they? I guess that's the thought. Where it's like how do you do it? How do you do it vocally while being so physically? Which I guess that's the point of musical theater.
That's the point of musical theater. That
Point.
we're actually athletes and no one realizes it.
No one realizes it.
No one realizes it. I do want to say though that one time, I want to say like junior year jazz class at college for our honors project, a bunch
honors
of
jazz.
well, because the class was just jazz, but you can make it honors by doing a project because you're in the honors college, and a bunch of us musical theater kids were in the honors college, and we got to live in the special honors dorm. I ended up dropping honors college and did not graduate with honors of senior year because I was like, I simply don't have the time for this. But for junior year, our honors project for jazz is that we learned and performed Whipped into Shape, and I almost got shin splints from that much jump roping.
My God.
It was insane.
Also, she's like, do you want to lose a pound or two? Like my workout, all she does is jump rope. All she does is jump rope. That is not revelatory.
I mean, people can really get cut from jumping rope, but it takes some time.
Yeah.
It's not an immediate fix.
Well, what's the how does it start? It's like oh my God. When you're do you want to lose a pound or two? Well, you can
turn this off right now. My workout's not for you.
I'm talking to the woman who wants it all. Gotta pay for what you get.
And size 2 clothes don't come to
those too lazy to sweat. I want you whipped into shape when I. Oh my God! Did I tell you about the one time I was cast in a community theater production of Legally Blonde and I quit immediately?
Oh, I love that.
It was in 2015, and I was home from freshman year of college, and I did not get an internship or anything. So I was like, I'm gonna do theater, obviously, and I auditioned for this production of Legally Blonde. And I made a friend from high school come with me. And this friend from high school was cast as Paulette. And I was called back. I was called back for Emmett and Warner. That's crazy. Warner, not my track.
Warner, Emmett, not your track.
Emmett could be my track. In the end, they sent all the principals basically like offer emails. But then anyone else who was cast was sent like a huge email like listing like everyone's roles, which like I don't give a shit if you're a community theater, if you're a professional theater. Fuck you, that's not the way to do it. Mm-hmm. No matter how small in terms of there are no small roles, only small actors, but no matter how small the fucking part is, you email everyone a separate offer email, and I will take that to my grave. Because if someone has not accepted the role, they do not want other people like knowing that that's what they've been offered. So fuck you, community theater, who did this. And I know exactly who you are, and you're still you're still going. But I know the same fucking people who were working with you 10 years ago are still working with you. And I think that's pathetic. Oh my God. Period. That's my rant. But so I did not get either of those roles. Someone got Emmett, who wasn't me. And then there were only two of us called back for Warner, and nobody was cast as Warner. They were holding extra auditions for Warner. One of the guys got Aaron Schultz, but then I don't think he did the show because then I saw it because my friend was Paulette. And they cast me as JetBlue pilot. And I literally was like, fuck you. You're not going to call me back for the two main principals and then make me JetBlue pilot.
The fact that that's even a part that they cast for one singular person is crazy.
Because then I had to make up. I should have just been like, I should have emailed you, because then you set me up with the whole fucking cast list. And I had to make up some excuse where I was like, oh, with like my work schedule, like I can't make it work. Whereas if you had offered me the part, I would have said, no,
No.
thank you, and moved on. But because everyone thought that I was a part of this cast because you didn't fucking offer it to me before making this cast public via the email, like, fuck you. Fuck
That's
you. But
so
then 2 weeks
funny.
later, I was cast as Fat Boy and Bad Boy
Slay.
at an equity house, even though it wasn't an equity show because it was for college kids. But it was an equity house that just did a little college show.
JetBlue
So
pilot is crazy.
that was so I was so
That's
offended.
so insane. And
I was so mad.
literally all you say is thank you.
Thank you. And I'm pretty sure they've cut it. Like when I saw my friend in the Legally Blonde National Tour, I don't think there was a JetBlue pilot in that.
We all flew here on JetBlue. Thank you. Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. This is not the shallow thing. Today, shallow thing could have been Legally Blonde.
Let's just make it Legally Blonde
Let's
at this
just make
point.
it Legally Blonde.
This was not the plan, but we've talked about Legally Blonde for so long. Let's just do it.
Well, now here I want to tell everyone, because remember I made that comment earlier where I was like pumping, but not in the way that it's meant.
Yeah.
So we were gonna talk about boob lights.
Boob
You know,
lights.
those lights in the apartments that like they're circular and they have a nip.
And they were like all the rage in the 90s, and why? You know,
Yeah.
we could do a small mini rant on boob lights.
Do we want to talk about boob lights
Because
too?
there's not that much to talk about a boob
What are
light.
we gonna say about a boob light? Actually, I have a
They're
boob light
ugly.
story.
They're
I
ugly.
have a boob light story.
Go for it.
So someone who I know, who I've not spoken to in years, but recently followed me on Instagram because we have a mutual friend and they were in a show together. And I was like, oh my God, you're in a show with this person. And then this person who I had not seen in 6 years then followed me on Instagram because I assumed they realized I made the connection. I don't know. I didn't double check, but posted on Facebook a couple of years ago that her like infant kept reaching toward the boob light and surmised that it was because of like breastfeeding. And I thought that was so funny.
That is major.
That's my only boob light story.
Well, you have a boob light in like your kitchen.
Yeah, you watched me change it.
Yeah, I think I kind of helped you actually.
You actually did.
I actually helped you change the light. At one point, I think I got up there because it like wasn't screwing out or
You're
screwing
right.
in or something.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lauren changed my boob light. I didn't do it.
How many actors does it take to change a boob light?
Two.
2 and a ladder.
Oh my God. It was
yeah.
a chair. I don't have ladders.
Oh, sure. The step stool, I thought, but yeah.
You know,
Chair.
I
It was
totally
a
don't have
chair.
a step stool.
Oh,
I could
you're-
get it on Amazon.
Yeah. Well, your ceiling isn't too high.
No, it's not too high.
No.
No.
But yeah. Boob lights are ugly.
They really, and they don't project unless you have like certain light bulbs.
Yeah.
They don't project light evenly.
Yeah, I don't
Because
like that.
I wasn't buying extra light bulbs. I was using whatever fucking light bulbs were already in my cabinets, and it still doesn't project evenly. But I'm
Yeah.
still going to use that light bulb in there because I'm trying to do my part for the planet.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right, Jeff Bezos?
Yeah. How about you do your part instead of renting out Venice for 3 days for a wedding, you fucking asshat.
Drown in the water. Am I allowed to say that?
Why not?
my God.
No one listens to this.
No, that's true. Like 12 people listen to this. I'm also that was a joke. That was a joke. For legal purposes, that was
For
a
legal
joke.
purposes, that was a joke.
Joke.
It was a joke.
It was so crazy.
So crazy. But yeah, boob lights are crazy. Hate it. I hate overhead lighting in general. I like
overhead lighting.
You like overhead lighting?
Well, when it's not like you're in like a psychiatric ward overhead, like, you know, like when you're like,
Right.
I don't want like
No
overhead-
fluorescence.
I don't want fluorescence, but like if it's like a nice like softer tone overhead lighting, it lights up the whole room.
Right. I generally prefer a lamp. Like I have my lamp on over here right now.
I have a lamp on.
In my bedroom, I do not use my overhead. I have overhead lights in multiple forms. I have an overhead light. Actually, this is very weird. Over by my bed. So
Ooh.
my bedroom is like weird. It's like it's on the second floor, And it's the whole second floor, and it's like the bedroom, and then I have stairs up to a little loft area, and that's where I record the podcast. I'm in my loft
Yes.
right now. But over,
We love the loft.
we love the loft. In the bedroom area, near over by the bed, there is one singular ceiling light. It is circular. It's a circle,
Not a boob light.
not a boob light. It looks like a crystal ball. And it is not even placed.
The Madame Zeroni light.
Madame Zeroni light, we love her. But it's not even placed in the center of the ceiling. It's off on the side.
That's bad architecture.
Yeah, it's so confusing. And it's bad vibes all around. And then over above the stairs up to my loft, there's a ceiling fan with lights on it.
That's a lot of lights.
And the lights are like 3 like gallery lights that all go different directions. It's so stupid.
What's that, Studio 54?
Right, literally. I'm like, what's the point of this? So up here, upstairs, I have a big stand light in the loft. I use that. And down, I have bedside table lights on both bedside tables down there, and those are the only lights I use up here. Because what is the point of these lights up here?
And Lauren said on the first day, let there not be light coming from the ceiling.
Let there not be light coming from the ceiling, because the ceiling lights here are dumb. I will say I have one ceiling light in the townhouse that I like, and it is in the kitchen, and it's very bright, and I use it to light the kitchen and the living room because they're connected.
Ooh.
And I just need that one light, and that's good. And then during the day, I don't need any light because I have a skylight.
Exactly. Boob light. In my apartment's defense, I think I maybe have 2 boob lights. I was gonna say I think I only have 2 overhead lights in the whole apartment. Because, well, I guess
Really?
unless the chandelier counts, but I don't count the chandelier. It feels different. Chandelier. I have like fun like party lights that like hang from my breakfast bar area where I have like the little like gateway arch.
Yeah, you kind of do.
I have fun lights there.
Yeah.
I have vanity lights on my bathroom mirror on the above.
Yeah.
No, maybe I have 3 boob lights. I think I have one in the hallway, one in the kitchen, and then I do think I have one in the bathroom by the scary closet.
3 boob lights is criminal.
3 boob lights. What does she have that I don't have? 3 boobs?
Yeah.
Name that musical.
Well, it is Legally Blonde, but
there you go.
I wanted to quote the movie because they changed it in the musical. The musical, she says, "What does she have? 3 boobs?" And in the movie, it's like, "What does she have? 3 tits?"
Oh, it is 3 tits.
What does she have that you don't have? 3 tits? That's
true.
And that's what Jennifer Coolidge said.
Oh, you're so right. I misquoted. But I
don't think they say 3 tits in the musical.
I think it's boobs. Yeah.
I think they say boobs.
I think boobs is funnier than tits because boobs, like, especially. Why does Paulette? Not to bring us back to Legally Blonde, to our new shallow topic, but why? She's from Boston, right? She's born and raised Boston girly.
Yeah.
Without fail, every single Paulette uses a New York accent.
It's because they don't know how to do a Boston accent regionally. You know what I'm saying?
Boston. But Orfeh also did a New York accent.
Yeah, she was very like Celtic modes.
Celtic modes. Well, my friend who ended up getting this role once told me that I wouldn't consider us really friends anymore because we haven't spoken in like years. But like my friend at the time told me that they decided that Paulette's backstory was going to be she was from New York and then moved to Boston.
That's bonkers.
That's
just learn a Boston accent. It's not that hard.
See, my mom was 3/4 Italian. That was that was not really that Boston. Hockey can have it, yeah. See, my mom was 3/4 Italian. I'm trying my best. And my father, I never knew. I don't know.
When is that song?
That's Ireland.
No, it's not. That's not in Ireland, is
it? Those are the new updated lyrics, not the Orfeh ones, but the ones it's like, see, my mom was 3/4 Italian, and my father I never knew, but my grandfather came from Ireland, the land where I know because
why would they do that?
Because I don't think it makes sense in the original Broadway account why she was like, I
once.
just love Ireland. But like here, it's like she has
But
family
like,
history.
can't a girl have a dream? Can't a girl listen? I never questioned Paulette's love for Ireland. Do you want to know why? Because you could
I'm looking this up.
there's no reason why anyone has to justify their interest in another culture or country.
That's true.
I have been obsessed. I've been obsessed with Denmark my whole life. Why?
That's
Tell me
true. You
why.
have.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for it. But maybe because I'm a Denmark girly, and like I talked about Denmark from the time I was like 4 years old, and my mother was like literally like, "How do you know about Denmark? What is going on?" I
Hyperfixation on Denmark.
hyperfixation on Denmark. Like maybe that's why I never questioned her loving Ireland. Like I'm like, let her live her truth. I don't. Who am I to judge?
Think about it though, like it is a little logically incoherent that she's just like, hey, I listen to these CDs. By the way, it's Enya. By the way, I love Ireland. I know I forgot the actual lyrics because I'm so for some reason I don't know why I'm so accustomed to knowing these like updated lyrics.
Yeah. So what lyrics did they take out and
They
put
took
those ones in?
when I'm lonely or feeling dejected, I play
Play
this
this
and
and it never fails.
I think so.
I pretend like I'm in Ireland with Enya and the whales.
Yeah, I think it's my
I
see
love
my mother
that.
was I already forgot what the words. Oh, my mother I already forgot the lyrics that I literally just sang. Ireland lyrics, new lyrics. Um here's a look at the new lyrics to Ireland. Yeah, see my mom. Okay. Playbill, May
So
24th, 2010.
so it start. It's they changed the lyrics in 2010. It's been 15 years and I did not know they changed
Yeah,
the
because
lyrics.
it's so it does the love. You're lost without your love. Your heart is on
Not
the
just on the
floor.
floor.
I can help you. I've been there before. When I need to relax, I just put on some tracks from this CD I bought for the store. Isn't that relaxing? It's called Celtic Modes.
Modes.
See, my mom was three-quarters Italian, and my father I never knew. But my grandfather came from Ireland, the land where dreams come true. He said all Irish men are like heroes. Isn't that the same? They're descended
Nope.
from poets and kings. Oh, no, it's new.
That's
Okay.
new.
So I swore I'd get married in Ireland in a wedding like Lord of the Rings. And my red-headed groom, I could see
What?
him as we stroll past the churches and farms. He's a sailor named Brendan or Liam. He can dance without moving his
So
arms.
that like almost all of that all of that is different except for the dance without moving the arms.
Yeah. And
But
then
that's even different.
and then it's in a bar once I met this guy, Dewey, which
Dewey
is
and
the
he
same.
bought me like
Like
14
40
BS.
BS.
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe I didn't know that. I'm actually very upset by this information.
I'm gonna put this Playboy article in the show notes.
Okay. I cannot believe. Because here's the thing. I first saw Legally Blonde the musical when it was on MTV when I was in
Yeah.
high school.
Search for Elwoods.
No.
Oh, that was before.
No, this is before Search for
Oh yeah,
Elwood.
because that was still Laura Bell Bundy. Okay,
Yes.
sorry.
I saw the original cast. They recorded it for MTV.
Yeah, I did.
My mom DVR'd it and then took out the commercials and put it on a DVD for me. I think I still have it.
That's maybe the best gift anyone's ever gotten anybody.
I know. I was like, what the heck? So I watched it all the time. And then I listened to the soundtrack all the time. But I have actually never auditioned for Legally Blonde or seen Legally Blonde done live on stage.
Wow.
I just have seen this original cast recording done for MTV, and I'm like, this show's brilliant. But and it's so that's why for 15 years I had no idea that they changed the lyrics.
Yeah.
I'm upset.
I'm so sorry.
I did not think this was going to happen to me today. This is changing like my whole view on life.
That's what our pod does. Get friends who do both. We're doing both. We're doing the old lyrics to Ireland and the new lyrics to Ireland.
Yeah, you're the new, I'm the old, because I'm never changing.
Oh my God. I just don't think it makes like, it's just like, it gives her more of a backstory. Like when my telephone gets disconnected or I spend every night alone, I pretend like I'm in Ireland where the Irish bagpipes. I know I didn't sing the melody right. Smell the grass as a rainstorm is ending. People smile as I stroll past their farms with a red-headed sailor named Brendan.
And we
dance without moving
our arms.
When I spend a night alone, sometimes I just take a little edible. I don't think about Ireland.
Well, you know, everyone has their vices.
That's true.
Ireland is her vice.
Ireland, Viceland,
Vice.
I, I, no.
Also, I am Irish, so shouts out to Ireland. And if there are any handsome Irish boys out there, I'm willing to live my Pollitt life. I would love to meet an Irish boy. I'll come and live in Ireland.
An Irish boy.
My on my mom's side of the family, our last names are Nesbitt and Dunn. Okay, so and we have our family crests and everything. So I'm ready. I'm ready to go back to the homeland.
That's pretty Irish.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Would you? Oh, you can dance without moving your arms. I just I just hit my headphone wire when I was trying to like dance without moving my arms.
Well,
when I just did. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, then you moved your arms if you hit it.
I know. Well, I was trying to like put them down to like then.
Sure.
When I just did Curious George the Golden Meatball, I was the titular role. Not Curious George. I was the meatball. Just kidding. I was Curious George and probably the meatball. Simultaneously. And you can find pictures on my Instagram. People loved it. And the official Ocean City Theater Company Instagram told me I was a star.
Oh, period.
Thank you. I know. And, oh my God, why am I laughing? And when George enters the Golden Meatball contest in Rome, obviously, there was an Italian chef, Finnegan O'Malley. I think in the script it was Fiona, but we had a male presenting person play that track, so they made it Finnegan, and he river danced. If you're MTI,
you said he was an Italian chef, so he was an Irish chef.
He was an Irish chef. I'm so sorry. He was an Irish chef, but doing an Italian. It made no sense.
Yeah, well, it's children's theater, so what do you expect?
The three people in the Golden Meatball contest were Fiona or Finnegan. MTI, don't add us. Don't sue them. I probably shouldn't put that in the for legal purposes. Nobody sue anybody. Nobody's listening to the podcast.
No one's listening to it.
It's 2025. What was I going to say? There were three people entering the Golden Meatball contest. There was in Rome. There was the Irish, because the Irish are known for their meatballs.
Apparently.
Fiona or Finnegan O'Malley. There was this guy who created a meatball making machine, the Meatball-O-Matic 3000, I think. Phineas Lightspeed. And then me, the monkey, Curious George, because Chef Pischetti, straight from Rome, could not get there on time.
Right, but George mailed himself to Rome.
Yeah. Pictures on my Instagram.
Oh boy. Well, wow. What a fun time this has been.
Should we end this here?
I think it's time to end this here. I fear, because we're going off the rails as we always do.
We're going off the rails. For legal purposes, everything was a joke.
Every single thing that was said in this was a joke. We were not serious about any of it for legal purposes only.
Except for the serious things. Except for the time when I joked about Jeff Bezos and an impending death in Venice.
That was a joke.
That was definitely a joke.
That was a joke.
Legal purposes, that was a joke.
Legal purposes, that was a joke.
We're allowed to talk about public figures, right?
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
I'm talking about private figures too. I'm describing people to the point where, like, if you know my life or my friends, you will figure out exactly who I am describing.
Yeah.
For legal purposes, those are all jokes too.
Yeah, for legal purposes, it's all a joke. As well as everything.
Were we allowed to like sing all those lyrics? Because those are copywritten.
You can do, I think if you sing it a little bit, it's fine. And also, I know for a fact, like, if you like did a sound drop, if it's like less than like 15 or 30 seconds or something on a podcast, there's no copyright issue. So
I feel like also it was maybe it was more. I didn't count. But also we were just doing it to demonstrate a point. So all copyright probably goes to Lawrence O'Keefe, right? He wrote the lyrics too, or just the music?
Oh, Legally Blonde?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna find out right now.
I never have done the show.
I don't want to get in internet trouble.
So let me look it up on the double.
I don't want to get sued. Lyrics were Nell Benjamin and Lawrence O'Keefe, who I think are married. They're married.
Good for them.
They're married. So
the money's going to the same place.
Don't sue us. We just wanted to tell the world how much we love your musical.
We love it. I would say it is maybe the best movie to musical adaptation ever done.
I have to disagree because I think his other one, Heathers, is the best movie to be
Oh,
scored.
I've never seen Heathers.
Oh my God, I love Heathers. It was so good at New World stages. It was literally like top 10 things I've ever seen in New York.
Oh, incredible. Well, it just goes to show that he is very talented at taking a movie and turning it into a musical.
He also wrote Bat Boy.
Oh, period. Which was also
which I also love. Which I just joined. Someone told, you know how they're doing Bat Boy at City Center?
Yeah.
They have an under 40 program where you can get $28 tickets.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I think I'm going to get a $28 ticket to Bat Boy.
Yeah,
I
do
never
it.
knew about this. Otherwise, I would have seen everything they've ever
Yeah.
done.
Do you also, are you part of LinkTix for Lincoln
Yeah.
Center? Okay, good.
Yeah. We should have gotten that for Ragtime.
Well, listen, the LinkTix email came out, and it sold out so quick. But the LinkTix email came out and for Ragtime, and it was like they go on sale tomorrow. And at that point, this was like it was like a month or two at least before we made our plans.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'd love to snag a LinkTix, but I just simply like don't know when I'll be able to get to the city, and it doesn't make sense. But like, yeah, by I had checked, don't worry, they were sold out by the time we got our tickets. So
I gotta have these Bat Boy tickets, but also it's not till the last week of October, and I don't know what I'm gonna be doing the last week of October. I could be home or I could be out on contract, so I don't want to plan that far in advance.
I know it's hard.
It's hard. Although I do have Chess the Musical tickets.
Oh, period.
Yeah. And we have Ragtime and Spelling Bee, but it's also January 1st and 2nd. So
we're not doing anything then.
Whenever we're not doing anything.
No, it'll be great.
All right. Well.
Okay. Well, this was fun.
This was fun.
We'll be back next week with some more about Amazon's negative impact on society and some more insane ramblings.
Not about boob lights.
Not about boob lights.
We've exhausted that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out though.
One
It'll
might
be something
say
fun.
We have completely milked that subject.
All right, and with that, we say thanks for listening. Please follow us on social media. We are at Friends Who Do Both on Instagram, and if you have a topic you want us to discuss, email us at friendswhodoboth@gmail.com or DM us at Friends Who Do Both on Instagram, and we would love to hear from you.
And we would love your money.
Yeah, send us money. Just DM us for our personal Venmos. Thank you.
Love you, mean it.
Love you, mean it. Peace and bless.
For legal purposes, this was a joke.
For legal purposes, this was a joke. I think that's probably the best way to sign off every podcast. And just say, for legal purposes, this was a joke. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.